Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On March 1st, 2025, the officer observed a white Honda CR-V involved in a minor accident. The defendant was traveling southbound on Dennis Street when he struck a 26.
Classic Miranda warning incoming. But pay attention, this isn't just boilerplate. These rights can make or break your case if you're ever in this chair. Ever wondered why cops and judges always repeat this word for word? Let me know in the comments.
Teen grade Lexus. The defendant admitted to consuming alcohol recently and standard field sobriety tests were administered. HGN 4 out of 6, walk and turn 6 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. The defendant refused breath.
Right? He admitted to consuming alcohol recently, so what?
And Your Honor, there are no other indications of intoxication listed in the DIMS.
No slurred speech, no bloodshot eyes, no,
We don't have that.
not even an odor of alcohol.
No, Your Honor. None
Your
of that.
Honor, what we do have is that there's an accident and another officer told him that he thought that the defendant was intoxicated. We don't know what the other officer observed
Right.
based on the DIMS
Yeah,
facts.
all right, I'm gonna find no probable cause. Mr. Madrono,
I'll explain.
hey, be careful, man. I mean, look, every single day, someone dies from an alcohol-related collision in our county. Every single day. $50, $40. Ooh.
No probable cause. That's a big deal. Translation? The judge is saying you may have looked suspicious, but that doesn't mean you're guilty. And that, folks, is why legal standards matter. Agree with the call? Sound off below.
Anywhere you want to go, don't matter where you want to go. You know what I mean?
So,
All right, good luck, please.
thank you, Judge.
What's going on, man?
Morning, Judge. I came early.
Son?
Yeah, my son.
Nice. That's right. Good job.
Thank you.
You've already been here before, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
So sorry.
No.
What's going on?
Judge, I came earlier this week on a John Malith Borquez, and
Is it on docket today?
no, it's not on docket, but you told me to bring her in. You said it
Did
was.
she get an immigration bond or something?
No. She just she had a pretrial bond. She
Did you have a
said
violation or something?
no, she just didn't show up that day, so they issued a
Okay, what's your cause number?
cause number is 25309.
I remember now.
Yeah,
Right. Okay, 09.
52.
That's it. So this was she never appeared for her arraignment. We issued a warrant, so now she's here. Do you mind bringing her up?
Yes. Melanie?
Do you need a translator?
No, she speaks English. She's a U.S. citizen.
It's 2530953.
2530952.
Ahem. Ahem.
Hold up, she consented to the search, but didn't have a prescription for a controlled substance found in plain sight. Textbook example of how consent can flip a case on its head. Would you let a cop search your car in that moment? Be honest.
Bruce, can I get that call?
Yeah, it's 2530952. You are Miss Borquez.
Yes.
Ma'am, you're charged with possession of a controlled substance. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You had court on October 2nd of last year. We issued a warrant for your failure to appear. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge.
Please.
On September 25th, 2024, the officer conducted a traffic stop on East Sam Houston Parkway in Harris County, Texas, after observing the defendant driving 70 miles per hour in a 50 mile per hour zone. The officer requested to consent to search the vehicle, and the defendant consented. The officer found a ball of white capital labeled Tramadol on the front passenger seat. The defendant told the officer she did not have a prescription.
Okay. Ma'am, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. Can you run her license?
Yes, Judge.
The only issue I have with the case is what's the reason for the search? I mean, it's just nothing.
She agreed to it. I mean, that's,
I understand.
Her license is eligible.
okay. As long as you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance, you may continue to drive. I am ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs or unprescribed controlled medication. If I find that you're consuming any kind of illegal pills that are not prescribed, I will put you in jail. Do you understand?
I understand.
You missed court I'm gonna give you a get out of jail free card today, but you're not gonna get another one. You miss court again, it's really not gonna go well for you.
Driving over 100, blasting through red lights, all to see your baby mama? Look, we get emotions run high, but reckless driving doesn't just risk your life, it risks everyone's. And that's before they found the loaded gun.
We'll revoke your bond and put you in custody. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
No more PR bonds. You pick up a new case, violate conditions, don't stay in touch with them, that's it. I'm not asking for much.
Judge, reinstatement?
Yeah, we'll reinstate the bond now. I'll leave it at 2501. Get ready, because you will be tested. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, so,
For the record, it was for her mom.
well,
But yeah, we gotta, yeah, so.
just get it and you guys do what you need to do. I want to make sure that she's just not using. You know, the problem is, and what a lot of people don't understand is they go out, they party, they take these pills. Nowadays, you have no idea what you're taking. Just not even like a little bit of fentanyl kills you, you know? You take oxy, take too much, you put your lungs to sleep, you die. So you got to be careful. I don't know whose, I'm just, be careful. That's it. You got but one life. All right. We'll have you sign a reset with Ramona, get you Felicia for your bond condition, Alicia, and then you're free to go.
Thanks, Judge. Have a good weekend.
Thanks, Rand. Mr. Byrd, you're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with reckless driving and unlawful carrying of a weapon. On the reckless driving, you're facing up to 30 days and or a $500 fine. And on the gun case, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On March 1st, 2025, at approximately 1:18 a.m., the officer observed a vehicle traveling at a high rate of speed, and the officer had to drive in excess of 130 miles per hour.
130?
Yes, Judge.
This part turns creepy fast. Indecent exposure with a chase element? Not. Only is this disturbing, it's dangerous. And the officer confirming the behavior on surveillance? That's likely to carry serious weight in court.
And the vehicle exited from the highway, and the officer paced the vehicle bumper to bumper between 100 and 105 miles per hour. The vehicle was changing lanes and driving around vehicles that were traveling at the posted speed limit of 45 miles per hour. The officer caught up to the vehicle to get a closer read and paced the vehicle again at 92 miles per hour. The vehicle drove through a stale red light without stopping and into the intersection at 51 miles per hour. A traffic stop was conducted, and the defendant stated he was driving that way because he was on his way to his baby mama's house and that she wanted to go to the doctor. The defendant stated that he may have outstanding traffic tickets. The officer asked the defendant if he had any guns in the vehicle, and the defendant stated he did not. The defendant was arrested for reckless driving, and an inventory search of the vehicle was conducted, and the officers located a loaded semi-automatic gun found between the driver's seat and the center console. The defendant stated the firearm belonged to his girlfriend, and the defendant made further references and threats towards the officer.
Mr. Byrd, you understand that I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my public at all costs. And if that means putting you in jail and making your bond sky high, I will do it in a heartbeat. Do you understand? You are not allowed to drive, and you will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. If I find that you do, I can have a contempt hearing every single time you drive. It's an offense in and of itself. Do you understand? And finding that there's probable cause to go forward on the reckless driving in addition to the gun case. You're also ordered not to be in possession of any weapons as well. If I find that you have a weapon, you pick up a new case, violate conditions in any way, I will revoke your bond on both cases, put you in jail, no more PR bonds. Do you understand? Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer? You work these, what do you do with yourself these days?
Yeah, I just lost my job due to this case.
Okay, I'll have you fill out an application. Deputy Miranda is going to give you an application. I'll have you fill it out. I'll take a look at it. Keep my county safe. Do you understand?
So,
Come on. Good morning, Mr. Fleischer. Sir, you're charged with indecent exposure. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On March 1st, 2025, the officer was at a Texas Roadhouse parking lot in Harris County, Texas, conducting a traffic stop. While on the stop, 2 restaurant employees approached the officer to state the defendant had just exposed himself to them by having his car window down to be visible to them and stroke his penis.
And boom, 1 for 3 on the breath test. That's nearly twice the legal limit. But here's the twist, a beer bottle fell out of the car. The defense might argue circumstantial, but that back, it speaks volumes.
Up and down. The employees provided a picture of the vehicle, the license plate, and a picture of the defendant. While trying to get an accurate location of the vehicle, the defendant began approaching the employee while she was on foot in the parking lot. 2 employees pointed out the vehicle getting ready to leave the parking lot, and the officer conducted a traffic stop. The defendant stated he was trying to get to a hospital for a laceration to his left leg, and the officer went inside the restaurant to view surveillance of the parking lot. The officer observed the defendant waiting in the parking lot before the complainants walked out. The defendant was parked further back than the complainants. When the complainant got into their vehicle, the defendant drove forward and parked next to the complainants. The complainants turned and observed the defendant to have a passenger window down, sitting up in the driver's seat, and stroking his penis in an up and down motion. The complainants drove off and came back to the defendant's vehicle to get a picture of the defendant and his vehicle. The defendant pulled forward again in a parking next to the vehicle with a woman facing away from the defendant. The defendant parked his vehicle and eventually drove away. The defendant drove around the parking lot and approached the complainant who was on foot searching for him. The complainant ran away in fear of being hit by the defendant's vehicle.
Okay. Mr. Fleischer, we're going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm awarding you as a condition of your bond not to expose yourself to anyone in this county in public. Do you understand? If I find that you do, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds for you. I'm also ordering you not to go back to this place. Where was this?
A Texas Roadhouse, Your Honor.
Okay, you're not allowed to go back to this Texas Roadhouse. Do you understand? Likewise, if I find that you go back, then I will revoke your bond. So would you reach out to them to let them know that we have put these conditions in place
Yes,
so that if they should see him again?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Fleischer, do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, or would you like to apply for a court-appointed lawyer? Okay. Deputy Miranda is going to give you an application. I need you to fill it out and I'll take a look at it. Don't be a danger to my community. Do you understand? Okay.